Hello there, my name is Mandela. Welcome to my new channel, Mandela with Entertainment. Today I will be reacting to my first ever Hollywood movie I've ever watched growing up, which was Braveheart by Mel Gibson. So please, I'm trying to grow my channel up, so if you don't mind, subscribe and like and follow me on all the links that I will be providing down. Without further ado, let's get to it. Alright.
Noble.
Yeah,
Perhaps the time has come.
this was
The Vineyards.
first time watching this was crazy.
Come to claim the rank of Prima Nocta.
Oh man.
Prima Nocte. First night.
Actually, the guy that just, this guy right here that got arrested, I remember him lately from thinking. Yeah, him. Does anybody know where this guy is from right now? He's from, I think it's a TV series, Sons of Anarchy. He's that dude, the Irish dude from the Sons of Anarchy, Yeah, that's him. So now it's bringing all the memories back, man. But back then, this movie was crazy.
Perhaps then, Prima Nocte. First night.
The princess.
Every nobleman who had a will to fight was at that meeting. We cannot beat an army. Oh, with the 50 farmers, we can reach.
We do not have to beat them. Just fight them.
Yeah. That's a beautiful place, man. To
That's
be
a bit
shooting.
cinema, all right. I love you.
I think they shot it in Ireland, or
Always have.
that's why it's
Your father was a
the
fighter
outdoor is crazy.
and a patriot. I came back home to raise crops.
That horny soldier, he's the guy that started all this fight, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Can't let go, isn't it?
Live in peace, I will. Assault on the king's soldiers. Meet me at the grove. Right. Same as an assault on the king himself. This day's lawlessness. How you repay my leniency.
Bro, that king was crazy, man. Oh shit. Bruh.
Now, Grappa, come to me.
Bruh. This fight scene was crazy. The way Mel Gibson comes over and he pulls the sticks from the back, bruh. Yeah, that fight scene was crazy. When I first, watched that stuff. It's crazy. Yeah. The fight was good though.
Scotland! I am William Wallace.
Guy lost his leg. God
The
damn.
whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men. Free men you are. And what will you do with that freedom? Will
What you
fight?
do to others, it must come back to you, bro. That's what happened to that king. That king was,
Fight and you may die.
was playing too much, that king.
You'll live for God! At least a while.
The hardest thing about forgiveness, Our father, man, you had to forgive him, isn't it? It's tough, but you had to do it, man. Yeah. Mel Gibson character, I guess, is the guy that the reason why his daughter got killed, so he had to forgive her anyway. That was crazy, though.
I'm dying in your beds many years from now. Would you be willing to trade all the days from this day
Feels
to
like Troy again. The movie has that vibe of Troy to
to
it,
come
too.
back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take
Oh,
freedom!
Oh, man.
Hold! Hold! No!
Bruh. wonder how many horses died that day. Man, I feel like horses were dying more than the people who are starting this fight. What did the horse do, man? Leave the horses alone, man. God damn. Doing too much on the horses, man. Oh, shit. Got his head. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. I wouldn't do it. It's just too crowded. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, man. It's too crowded. You never know from which direction it's gonna come to you, bro. It's too much.
Scottish rebels have routed one of my garrisons and murdered the noble lord.
This Wallace is a brigand, nothing more.
William Wallace.
Wallace has already killed the magistrate and taken control of the town.
I knight thee, Sir William Wallace.
William Wallace killed 50 men. 50 after it was won.
100 men.
He doesn't even have a knighthood. He fights with passion, and he inspires. This is exactly the...
You can see it all in his eye, and when you see good acting, that's where it's all in the eyes. And that, I don't know whether he was the general or the second man to the king, but he was also good in that movie, man. He was great. His acting was good.
A compromise that makes a man noble.
Hey! Sir William! Where are you going? We have beaten the English. They'll come back. Because you won't stand together.
What will you do?
I will invade England and defeat the English on their own ground.
Invade? That's impossible.
Why? Why is that impossible?
Shit. Yeah, why? Huh?
He did not. Says he will attack no more towns or cities. If you are man enough to come and face him.
This time our only option is to negotiate.
They fought for William Wallace, and he fights something they've never had. If he joins us, we can win.
Oh, bruh.
And we'll have what none of us
Oh, he's the guy. He's from his hometown, but he betrayed him, and then in the field, he takes his mask off, and he finds out he's one of his people, man, and then he breaks his heart, man. The betrayal is tough. That's the dude. I remember now. That's that dude. You know, he was like wolves in sheep clothing, so to speak. You know, wolves in sheep clothes. That dude is deadly.
before a country of our own.
And I took it from him when I betrayed him, and I saw it in his face on the back.
Right. This scene was powerful. When he finds out that he's stabbing him in the back,
Joining the nobles is the only hope for our people.
they hit him hard, man. This is good acting right
And you will be king. Long shines wide Wallace. So did our noble.
there. See, this is the thing. You can't trust these guys, man. They always be giving you wrong information, man. You don't trust. If you like in place of power, people like this that, you know, quote unquote, see the future and what happened. That's guys, I don't trust these guys, bro. They do too much. I'm not gonna lie. They do too much. I don't trust them. They give you wrong information before you know it, you're gone, bro. You lose your home, you lose your neck, you lose everything. You're listening to people like this. Done. Maybe you have about 10 of them, you know, so you can kind of check the information and make sure they're all, you know, substance. something with substance to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't trust him, bro.
That was the price of you. Now you're ready to be a king. I hate. Will die with you.
Make your browser fast.
That's that Macbeth thing, the witches
Make
thing.
your browser safe.
You know? Let's just skip that. Yeah.
I come to beg you
Oh,
to confess all
that's
and
tough,
swear
man.
allegiance to the king that he might show you mercy.
tough.
Will you show mercy to my country?
So this is the thing, man. Then Mel Gibson just got a soft side to him with the ladies. Led to his demise, man. So that's that Delilah and Samson thing again, you know? In every movie, there's always the Delilah and Samson story going around, you know? You know, after you conquer and you do your thing, there's always your demise gotta come from, you know, from someone from all the way, from a different city, man. And he gave in. That's when they got him. He lost the focus, man. He lost the focus. That's when they got him, man. So
Mercy is very quickly. Perhaps
she's
even live in
beautiful,
a tower.
too.
In
That's
time,
tough.
who knows what can happen. If you can only live.
If I swear to him that all that I am
She's like
is
Judas.
dead and ready,
And Mel Gibson in this is like
Die
Jesus.
for you.
You know?
every man dies.
He was I can see why later he ended up playing. I can see why from Braveheart. You know that thing? The role with the Braveheart being like a kind of like the messianic type of energy to him, saving the Scottish people or the Irish people, and then gets betrayed by a few people on his side. First is that dude, the general, and then now the lady comes across as the Judas. That's the final nail on the coffin. I think that's what it is. So I think if you notice, Mel Gibson ended up playing the Passion of Christ. So in this scene here is like, wait a minute. The way he's been walked in by with that chariot, you know, like it's like about to be nailed, cross. It's like it's like that Jesus vibe to it. And then he ends up a few years later, he ends up doing the Passion of Christ. Bro, that's a very prophetic type of journey for him, man. To see that.
William Wallace, stand and take to high training.
Before it comes to you. Do this. Train this.
I think
It will do you pain.
the movie Gladiator, the first one, Russell Crowe, there's some element, you know, the king dying and all that stuff. Joaquin Phoenix role, and then the sister and all that. It has that vibe in I think in Braveheart. Braveheart, those certain scenes, there's similarity with Gladiator, the first Gladiator. Similarity in these scenes. The sister and, you know, with Joaquin Phoenix character, and then this one, the king is about to die. There's similarity there, man. I won't go too far.
Confess, and you may receive a quick death.
Oh, that's when she gave him the poison and he spat it out.
Confess.
Your son will not sit long.
No,
I swear it.
I will die a death of honor. That's what he was trying to tell you right there. Death of honor.
To die will.
Almost like Jesus, bro. Got all that vibe. Except not just for the cross, but he chose the road. You know? Peter chose the road when they killed him in Rome. He chose the road. And then Mel Gibson's like, nah, I'm not worthy. Let me do the road. Only Christ can do the nail, man. Only Christ can do the cross. Only Christ. That's what I think he's trying to say. You know? It's interesting. Interesting.
Courage to follow prayer.
Gave
Rain
up.
don't fall at night.
He gave up the ghost, so to speak. It's like same thing again. It's interesting.
I followed cover.
If you just lead them to freedom, they'd follow.
You have bled with worse.
So would I.
Now bleed with me.
Yeah, he finally ends up leading it. The guy comes around
14.
and he leads the fight.
Patriots of Scotland, starving without number, charged the fields of Bannockburn. They fought like warrior poets. They fought like Scotsmen. And won their freedom.
Wow, man, it's bringing all this exciting feeling watching it again like that, even though I'm not watching in a proper kind of film style, but just seeing bits of scenes compared to when I was watching it. I probably was like 9, 10 when I was that young when I watched it first. Didn't even know, what Hollywood was or where is America in the map. I couldn't even tell you any of that back then. But because I grew up watching a lot of the movies where I was from, which is, South Sudan. A lot of movies we were watching in Sudan basically was Indian movies, or that's where the market comes from. So never watch anything American or Hollywood, so to speak, until this movie. I remember it was, I think, my uncle's house. I was living with my uncle, and in that particular neighborhood, there is no electricity at all. There's no power. There's nothing, and like it has to be like you have to go further outside of the city to go to like a house who does. They have a big generator like around the neighborhood, and that's the guy that kind of rents out movies, and then he gets people in with like $2.50. You get your ticket and you go and watch a movie that is for that night. So that was the vibe. But my uncle finally he used to fix a lot of things, like to do with like digitals, electronic stuff, radios and TV and all that stuff. So he ended up buying TV and ended up buying some kind of like a small generator, with like a battery. He works with battery and all that. And that was, first time. So having all of my neighborhood friends, around my age, that the people that I used to play with, they would come into my house. I was like the boss first time, man. Didn't charge them yet. It was just kind of like, you gotta respect me now. Tomorrow in the playground, you gotta respect me because you're watching a movie in my house. So that it was that type of thing. So that was the first movie, man. My uncle went and I watched that. It was crazy. I mean, looking back to it now, like the theme, freedom. That's like, if you think about it, like it's weird. I keep referencing kind of like the Jesus journey, the biblical thing, especially speaking Mel Gibson playing the role, and then watching this movie, now looking back to it, it really has that concept of like, William Wallace fighting for his people to be free from the tyranny, from the oppression of like England, and he kind of gets to freedom by giving up his life. Same thing, Jesus dying for his people from, again, because a lot of historians look at Jesus as like a revolutionist. So the same concept, he was back then defying the Roman Empire, like trying to tell the people to stay away from Rome and all that in terms of like the lifestyle. It's the same concept, really, if you think about it. I don't want to go too much into that, but you get what I'm saying. But I think the theme is very strong. Freedom. That is speech, man. When I first, being that young, not understanding like what that means and all that, but just the excitement of him being on the horse and painting his face blue. Which I always found that interesting. Like, why didn't he paint other colors, but why blue? Maybe flag is the flag of the country that he was representing. I don't know. Somebody tell me why the color blue and not other colors, because it feels like maybe he was trying to put the flag of the country on his face. That's what it was, I think. Because I think the Scotland flag, where is this movie is from? So let's actually look it up. Let's check up where is the movie actually from. All right, Braveheart. Let's go. Braveheart. Braveheart. All right. Got a bit of info here. Historical tech to it. All right, so let's do Wikipedia. I mean, that's the quickest one I can do. But before we go, guys, directed by Mel Gibson. Plot. All right. Yep. Oh yeah, Scotland. So yeah, I mean England. I mean, these guys go all over the place. But yeah, so the ones were running in Scotland, and William Wallace see all that oppression happening during his time, and then he kind of rises up later on, seeing his father being killed and all that stuff. You get the gist of it. And later he becomes one of the fighters and he takes over. But really, it's a noble kind of thing to grow up and see what's happening to your people, and then you end up taking over and, do your thing. But anyway, guys, once again, this is the end of my first video reaction. There will be more of that coming in. Hopefully I did well, and if it's not, put it down on the comment section and tell me where to improve as well. But other than that, don't forget to subscribe and follow and like the video. Follow me on all the links, IG, TikTok, and YouTube.